Welcome to the Gentle Nature Channel. Tonight, I'll tell you a beautiful story about desert night. The sand is still holding warmth beneath you, not hot, not cool, just warmth that has been here since the sun moved away. The warmth is old now. It has been settling for hours. It settles still. You are lying on sand that has no edges. The desert continues in every direction without changing. There is no place where it ends, no place where something else begins. The warmth moves through your back, through your shoulders, through the backs of your legs. It does not move quickly. It has already been moving. It continues moving in the same way it has been moving. Above you, stars are fixed in their positions. They do not flicker. They do not move. They have been there since before you noticed them. They will remain there after you stop noticing them. They are simply there, white points in darkness that goes on without boundary. The air around you is completely still, not waiting to move, not holding itself back, simply still, the way air is still when there is no reason for it to move. It touches your skin with no pressure. It surrounds you without weight. Your breathing happens on its own. In, then out, then in again. The rhythm has already been happening. You have not been choosing it. It continues whether you notice it or not. The sand beneath your fingers is fine, almost powder. If you were to move your hand, the grains would shift slightly, then settle again. But there is no need to move. Your hand rests where it has been resting. The warmth from the sand is beginning to feel like it is part of you, not warming you, not separate from you, just present in the same space your body occupies. The boundary between the sand's warmth and your own warmth is becoming less clear. Time has stopped moving in the way it usually moves. There is no sense of minutes passing, no sense of hours approaching. The night is simply here, stretched out in all directions, the same as the sand. It was here before. It remains here. There is no moment when it will stop being here. The stars overhead are so far away that their light has been traveling for lifetimes. The light touching your eyes now left those stars before you were born, before anyone you know was born. It has been crossing the emptiness between there and here, and now it arrives, steady and unchanged. Your shoulders have settled into the sand. The sand has accepted the shape of them. There is a slight depression where your body rests, formed by weight that has been here long enough for the sand to accommodate it. The sand does not resist. It simply shapes itself and remains shaped. Breathing continues. Each breath is the same as the breath before. There is no effort in it. The air comes in because the body draws it in. The air goes out because the body releases it. This has been happening. This continues happening. The darkness is not complete. The starlight provides just enough light to suggest that the desert is there, continuing outward. But there is nothing to see. No shapes that require attention. No movement that asks to be followed. Only the soft presence of sand and space. The warmth beneath you is spreading. It moves into your hips, your lower back, the backs of your arms. It does not rush. It has been spreading this way since you first lay down. It spreads still, patient, and thorough. Your weight has become part of the sand, not sinking, not pressing, simply resting with the same quality the sand itself rests. The sand has been here for thousands of years, receiving weight, holding it, asking nothing of it. There is no sound, not silence that waits to be broken, not quiet that listens for something. Just absence of sound, the The way the desert is absent of sound when there is nothing to make sound. The air does not carry anything. Your thoughts are becoming less distinct. They have been slowing since you noticed the warmth. They slow still. Each thought arrives more gently than the last, stays briefly, then dissolves back into the same stillness the desert holds. The stars have not moved. They remain fixed overhead, white and steady. The darkness between them is soft, not empty. It holds the stars in place the way the sand holds your body in place. Everything remains where it is. Your eyelids have become heavy, not from tiredness, not from effort. They have simply taken on weight the way sand takes on weight. They rest more fully against your eyes. The starlight filters through them now, softer, less defined. The night continues. It has been continuing. It will keep continuing. There is no point at which it changes into something else. It is simply here, holding you, the way it holds the sand, the way it holds the stars. The warmth is no longer moving. It has spread through you completely. Your body and the sand beneath share the same temperature now. There is no difference, no boundary, just warmth that exists in the space you both occupy. Your breathing has become shallower. Each breath takes in less air. Each breath releases less air. The rhythm remains the same, but softer now, quieter. The body needs less. The body takes less. The sand under your head supports without effort. It has shaped itself to you. Your skull rests in the depression it has made. The sand does not shift. It does not need to shift. It has already found the shape it will hold. Time is no longer something that can be measured. Minutes have no meaning here. Hours have no meaning here. There is only the long, continuous presence of night, of stars, of sand, of warmth. It stretches without beginning. It stretches without end. Your muscles have stopped holding. They have released whatever they were holding. They rest along your bones without purpose. They do not wait to be used. They simply exist in the same space your bones exist, supported by sand that asks nothing of them. The air remains still. It has been still since you arrived. It will remain still. There is no wind coming, no change approaching. The air simply surrounds you, present and unmoving, the same temperature as your skin. The stars overhead have always been there. You understand this now. They have been there every night. They will be there every night after this one. They do not need to be watched. They do not need attention. They simply remain steady and far away. Your thoughts have thinned. They no longer arrive with edges. They no longer arrive with words. They are more like presence now, soft and undefined, lasting only a moment before they dissolve back into the darkness that holds everything. The warmth beneath you has become constant. It no longer feels like something you are receiving. It is simply the temperature of the space you occupy. The sand, your body, the air just above your skin, all the same warmth, all present together. Your weight has settled completely. There is no part of you that hovers, no part that holds itself away. Everything has come to rest against the sand. Everything has been accepted by the sand. The darkness is soft against your closed eyelids. You do not remember closing them. They are simply closed now. The starlight exists on the other side of them, still there, still steady, no longer something you see. Breathing continues in its own rhythm. In, out, softer each time, quieter each time. The body knows how much air it needs. The body takes only that much. The night holds you the way it holds everything, the sand, the stars, the still air. You are part of what it holds. You require nothing different than what the sand requires, what the stars require. You are simply here, held in the same vast stillness. Your body has become difficult to locate. The edges of it are less clear. Where your skin ends and the air begins, this boundary has softened. You exist in the space you occupy, but the space itself has become gentle, borderless. The warmth continues, the stars continue, the stillness continues. Everything that has been here remains here, unchanged, unmoving, held in the long night that stretches without measurement across the desert that has no edges. The sand beneath your palms has taken on the same temperature as your skin. When you arrived, there was difference. Now there is only sameness. The grains rest against your palms the way your palms rest against the grains. No separation, no distinction. Your heartbeat has slowed to match the night. Not beating faster, not beating slower, simply beating at the rhythm the night holds. Steady, continuous, requiring no thought, requiring no attention. The vastness around you continues in every direction. To your left, sand. To your right, sand. Behind you, before you, sand stretching outward until it becomes darkness, then continuing still beyond, where darkness makes it invisible. It has always been this way. Your chest rises and falls. The movement is so slight now, so gentle. The air coming in barely fills you. The air going out barely leaves you. The exchange happens at the surface of things, quiet and sufficient. The stars have not changed their positions. They remain exactly where they were, white points holding their places in the darkness. They do not need to move. They have nowhere to go. They exist where they exist. Your spine has lengthened along the sand. Each vertebra rests in its place. The sand supports each one without preference. Your spine does not hold itself. It is simply there, bone upon sand, everything settled. The warmth moves through you so slowly now that it is no longer movement. It is simply presence, warmth that exists in the same space your body exists. Warmth that has been there, that remains there, that will continue there. Time has dissolved into duration without measure. There is no counting of minutes, no sense of hours accumulating, only the long continuous now that has been here since you lay down. That stretches forward without end. Your breathing has become nearly imperceptible. The body takes in what it needs. The body releases what it no longer needs. The amounts have grown smaller. The rhythm has grown quieter. Everything essential still happens. The darkness above is not empty. It holds the stars. It holds the space between stars. It holds the vast distance that separates here from there. It does all this without effort, the way the sand holds your body without effort. Your thoughts no longer have form. They are more like impressions now, soft touches of awareness that arrive and dissolve. They do not ask to be followed. They do not wait to be understood. They simply pass through, leaving nothing. The sand under your shoulders has stopped shifting. It found its shape long ago. It holds that shape. Your shoulders rest in the depression that formed to receive them. The sand asks nothing. Your shoulders give nothing. Both simply exist together. The air has always been still. There was never a moment when it moved. There will never be a moment when it moves. It surrounds everything, the sand, your body, the space between earth and stars, with the same motionless presence. Your eyelids rest more heavily now. They have settled over your eyes completely. The weight of them is gentle but absolute. They do not flutter. They do not lift. They simply rest, the way everything here rests. The warmth beneath you has become indistinguishable from your own warmth. What the sand holds, what your body holds, it is the same warmth now. Old warmth, settled warmth, warmth that has finished moving and simply remains. Your pulse continues in your throat, your wrists, your temples, quiet and regular. Each beat arrives when it arrives. Each beat passes when it passes. The rhythm needs no attention. It persists on its own. The night around you is patient. It has been here for hours already. It will be here for hours more. It does not hurry toward dawn. It does not resist the coming light. It simply is, stretched across the desert, holding everything in its soft darkness. Your body has stopped being something you inhabit. It is more like something that exists in the same place you exist. Weight on sand, warmth in air, breath moving in and out. All of it happening, none of it requiring you. The stars overhead are so distant, they are almost abstraction, points of light that have no size, no dimension, only position in the darkness. They mark nothing. They point to nothing. They are simply there, as they have always been there. Your hands have opened slightly. The fingers no longer curl. They rest on the sand with palms exposed to the air. There is no holding, no grasping. The hands exist in the shape the night has given them. The sand extends beyond comprehension, miles in every direction, miles beyond miles. All of it the same, all of it holding the same warmth, all of it touched by the same starlight, all of it resting under the same vast sky. Your breathing has become part of the stillness. It does not disturb the air. It does not create sound. It happens within the same silence that holds everything else. In, out, in, out. So gentle now, it is barely there. The warmth no longer travels. It has reached everywhere it will reach. It exists throughout you, throughout the sand, throughout the thin layer of air between you and the stars. It is simply the temperature of this place, this moment, this long night. Your weight has been accepted completely. The earth beneath you holds you without strain. You press against it without effort. The meeting of your body and the ground is so complete that there is no meeting anymore, only resting. The darkness between stars is deeper than the darkness near earth. It goes on forever. It holds nothing. It holds everything. It is the space where distance lives, where time loses meaning, where nothing needs to exist. Your muscles have forgotten their purpose. They lie along your bones, soft and unengaged. They do not prepare for movement. They do not anticipate use. They simply exist, part of the weight that rests on sand. The air touches your face so lightly, your forehead, your cheeks, your lips. The touch is constant and without pressure. The air does not move across you. It simply remains against you, present and still. The stars do not call for attention. They exist whether you notice them or not. They existed before you arrived. They will exist after you have gone. They need nothing from you. They offer nothing to you. They are simply there. Your heartbeat has become distant. You can sense it still, somewhere deep in your chest, but it feels far away now. A rhythm that continues in some other place, steady and reliable and no longer close. The sand beneath your head holds the shape of your skull, every curve, every angle. The grains have arranged themselves to match you perfectly. They do not shift. They do not settle further. They have found their arrangement, and they keep it. Time is no longer passing. It is simply present. This moment has been here. This moment remains here. There is no moment coming after this one. There is only this, stretched thin across the night, endless and unchanging. Your thoughts have become like breath. They come, they go. You do not create them. You do not stop them. They move through you the way air moves through you, part of what happens without choice. The warmth is ancient now. It has been in the sand since the sun touched it hours ago. It has been radiating out slowly, entering you, becoming part of you. Now, it simply exists, old and constant and patient. Your body is no longer something you can locate precisely. It exists somewhere in the space you occupy. It rests on sand. It breathes air. But where it begins and ends, this has become uncertain. The boundaries have softened into the darkness. The night holds you without grasping. It surrounds you. It touches you. It supports you. But it does not hold you in place. You are simply here, in the place you are, held by presence rather than force. The stars remain. The sand remains. The stillness remains. Everything continues in the way it has been continuing, patient and endless and soft. Your breath moves through you like something that has always been moving through you, not new, not yours, simply breath that passes in, passes out, the way wind passes through empty space. Except there is no wind here, only breath, only the gentle exchange that keeps happening. The sand under your back has accepted every part of you. Your shoulder blades rest in their shallow impressions. Your hips have settled where they will remain. The curve of your spine is cradled by sand that shaped itself to match. Nothing asks anything. Everything simply rests together. The stars overhead are the same stars that were there before you looked, before you closed your eyes, before you arrived in this place. They have been burning for so long that their light is old by the time it reaches you. Ancient light touching your closed eyelids. Your heartbeat continues somewhere inside you, steady and slow. Each pulse moves through your body so gently that you can barely sense it. Blood moving through veins, carrying warmth, returning again. The rhythm has no beginning, it has no end, it simply is. The darkness has depth you cannot measure. It extends upward to where the stars are. It extends beyond the stars to where there are no stars. It fills all the space between things. It fills all the space inside things. It is everywhere that light is not. Your hands rest palm up on the sand. The fingers are still. The thumbs are still. Each hand holds the same shape it has been holding. The sand touches the backs of your fingers, your wrists. Everything touches everything else without pressing. The warmth beneath you is no longer something you feel. It is something you are. The heat that was in the sand has moved into your body so completely that there is no sand warmth and body warmth. There is only warmth present in the space where you and the sand meet. Time has become texture rather than movement, smooth and unbroken, continuous in all directions. You cannot tell where you are in it. You cannot tell if it is moving. It simply surrounds you, like the darkness, like the air. Your ribs expand and contract so slightly now. The movement is almost nothing. A small lift, a small fall. The air enters through your nose or your mouth. You cannot tell which anymore. It fills you just enough. It leaves you just enough. The sand stretches away from you in every direction, miles to the left, miles to the right, miles behind you, miles ahead, all of it the same, all of it touched by starlight that makes no difference, all of it resting under the same darkness. Your spine has stopped being separate bones. It is one long curve now. one continuous line from your head to your hips. The sand supports all of it equally. No single vertebra holds more weight than another. Everything is distributed. Everything is held. The air has no temperature you can name. Not warm, not cool. It exists at exactly the point where you stop noticing it, where it becomes the same as your skin, where there is no difference between air and body. Your thoughts arrive more rarely now, long spaces of nothing between them. And when they come, they are so faint, so transparent. They pass through without leaving impression, like breath, like the movement of your ribs. There and then, not there. The stars do not flicker. They hold their light steady. They have been holding it steady for all the time you have been here, for all the time before you were here. The steadiness is absolute, unbroken, continuous. Your jaw has softened. The muscles that hold it have released. Your teeth no longer touch. Your tongue rests in your mouth without purpose. Everything in your face has settled into the gentlest version of itself. The warmth is everywhere now, in your feet, in your legs, in your belly and your chest, in your arms, your hands, your throat. It has filled every space inside you. It continues filling nothing because it has already filled everything. Your weight has become indistinguishable from the weight of the sand. Both of you pressing down, both of you held by what is beneath. There is no you and sand. There is only weight distributed across surface, resting. The night does not change. It has been dark for hours. It will be dark for hours more. But hours have no meaning. There is only the sustained darkness, the sustained presence of stars, the sustained stillness of air. Your breathing happens at the edge of happening, so small, so quiet. The body takes in almost nothing. The body releases almost nothing. The exchange continues, but barely, just enough, only just enough. The sand beneath your neck supports your head without effort. Your skull rests in the depression it has made. The weight of your head has been there long enough that the sand has stopped shifting. It holds the shape. It will keep holding the shape. The darkness above you is patient. It does not wait for anything. It does not rush toward anything. It simply exists in the vast space between earth and stars, filling everything, asking nothing. Your body has become a presence rather than a thing. You cannot locate your fingers precisely. You cannot locate your knees. You know they exist. You know they rest on sand. But where they are exactly, this has become soft, uncertain, less important. The warmth continues its presence, old warmth, settled warmth. It has been here since the sun moved away. It has been radiating into you, through you, around you. Now, it simply is, constant and gentle, and without sores. Your pulse has slowed to match the pace of the night. One beat, then a long space, then another beat. The rhythm is so slow now that each beat feels separate, distinct, and yet connected to the beat before, the beat after. The sand extends beyond where thought can follow. It continues past where you can imagine, past where horizon would be if there were light to see horizon. It goes on, and then it continues going on. Your eyelids have taken on complete weight. They rest over your eyes with total stillness. They do not twitch. They do not flutter. They have found their position, and they remain there, soft and heavy and unmoving. The stars remain where they have always been, burning in their distant places, sending light across emptiness. The light arrives here, touches the sand, touches your closed eyes. The stars do not know this. They do not need to know this. Your shoulders have released everything they were holding. They rest on sand without purpose. They do not prepare for movement. They do not remember movement. They simply exist in the shape they have taken, held by the earth beneath them. The air touches every exposed part of you, your face, your hands, your neck. The touch is so light, it is almost not touch, it is presence. The air is present against you, surrounding you, part of the same stillness that surrounds everything. Time has lost its ability to accumulate. Minutes do not add to minutes. Hours do not add to hours. There is only now, extended and continuous. Now, that has been here. Now, that remains here. Your breath moves through you like something that knows the way. It does not need guidance. It does not need attention. It enters, it fills what needs filling, it leaves. The cycle continues without you. It has always continued without you. The warmth beneath you is the warmth of ages. The sand has been here for thousands of years. It has held the sun's warmth every day. It has released the sun's warmth every night. Tonight is no different. The sand does what it has always done. Your body is a weight among weights. The sand has weight. The air has weight. The darkness has weight. You have weight. All of it rests together, held by the earth, held by the night, held by stillness that asks nothing. The stars continue burning. The sand continues resting. The warmth continues spreading. Everything remains as it has been, patient and soft and without end. Your chest rises so slightly now that the movement is almost nothing, just a subtle lift, a subtle fall. The air coming in is warm from passing through you. The air going out is the same. There is no difference, no change, only exchange. The sand beneath you has stopped being beneath you. It is around you now, part of the same space you occupy. You rest in it the way water rests in water. No separation, no boundary between where you end and where it begins. The stars overhead remain fixed in their ancient positions. They have not moved since you first saw them. They will not move before you stop seeing them. They exist in the same configuration they have held for thousands of years. They will hold it for thousands more. Your heartbeat has become so quiet you can barely find it. It pulses somewhere deep inside. One gentle beat, then a long pause, then another beat. The pause between grows longer each time. The beats grow softer. The darkness is total now. Even with your eyes closed, you can sense it. The darkness presses gently against your eyelids. It fills the space around you. It fills the space inside you. There is no place darkness is not. Your hands have forgotten they are hands. They rest on sand. They exist in the shape they exist in. But their purpose has dissolved. Their function has dissolved. They are simply weight spread across surface, held by earth. The warmth has been constant for so long that it no longer feels like warmth. It is simply the temperature of everything, the sand, your body, the air, just above your skin. All the same, all constant, all without variation. Time moves so slowly here that it barely moves at all. Each moment lasts longer than the moment before. Each moment spreads thinner. Soon, the moments will be so thin, they will disappear entirely. There will only be one moment, stretched without end. Your breath is quieter than the silence around it. The silence is vast. The silence fills the entire desert. Your breath moves through this silence without disturbing it. A whisper inside a whisper, almost nothing. The sand extends in all directions forever. You are at the center of this forever. But there is no center. Every point is the center. The sand continues away from you, away from every part of you, until it becomes something you cannot imagine. Your spine rests in perfect alignment, each bone in its place, each curve held by sand that shaped itself to receive it. The sand asks for nothing, your spine gives nothing. They exist together in agreement that requires no words. The air has become thinner somehow, not less, not more, but thinner, more transparent. It fills your lungs with less effort. It leaves your lungs with less effort. Everything requires less. Your thoughts have stopped being thoughts. They are more like shadows of thoughts now, impressions, traces. They arrive without edges. They dissolve before they can form fully. The space between them grows wider and wider. The stars burn without sound. All that energy, all that light, all that heat released into space, and yet no sound reaches here. Only silence, only the soft absence of sound that fills everything. Your shoulders have sunk deeper into the sand, or perhaps the sand has risen around them. It is impossible to tell. The boundary between your body and the ground has become so soft that sinking and rising are the same thing. The warmth moves through you without moving. It is present in your toes, your calves, your thighs. It is present in your chest, your arms, your neck. It does not flow from one place to another. It simply exists everywhere at once. Your weight has been here so long that the sand remembers it. The impression you have made will remain after you are gone, for a while, until wind comes, or rain, or the passage of time smooths it away. But for now, the sand holds the memory of your shape. The night surrounds you like water surrounds stone, completely, evenly, without pressure. The night touches every part of you. It fills every space around you. It does not distinguish between you and sand, you and air, you and stars. Your breath has become nearly invisible. A slight movement of air, in, then out, then a long pause, then in again. The pauses grow longer, the breaths grow smaller. Everything essential still happens, but quieter now. The sand beneath your back is neither hard nor soft. It has transcended hardness and softness. It simply is. A surface that holds you, a surface that has always held things, that will always hold things. The darkness between stars is deeper than any darkness on earth. It is the darkness of space itself, the darkness that exists where there is nothing, where there has never been anything, where there will never be anything. Your jaw hangs open slightly now. The muscles have released completely. Your lips are parted. The air moves in and out through the small opening without sound, without effort, without awareness. The warmth is ancient and patient. It has been here since the earth was warm. It has been radiating out, dissipating, spreading. It will continue until the earth is cool, until everything is the same temperature, until there is no warm and cool, only sameness. Your body has become difficult to distinguish from its surroundings. The sand, the air, the darkness, your flesh, all of it part of the same system, all of it resting, all of it held by the night. The stars do not know you are here. They burn regardless. They have burned for millions of years. They will burn for millions more. Your presence or absence means nothing to them. They exist in their own vast time. Your heartbeat continues in its own rhythm. One beat, then emptiness, then another beat. The emptiness between beats lasts longer each time. The beats arrive more softly each time. Everything slowing, everything quieting. The sand stretches away into darkness that has no ending. You cannot see where it ends. You cannot imagine where it ends. Perhaps it does not end. Perhaps it continues forever, sand and sand and sand, all the way to where the world curves back on itself. Your eyelids rest with complete stillness. They have found their position. They have settled. They cover your eyes with soft weight. They do not move. They do not need to move. The air is the same temperature as your blood. It enters your body and nothing changes. It leaves your body and nothing changes. The exchange happens at the threshold where temperature means nothing. Time has spread so thin that it is almost transparent. You can sense it still, barely. A soft presence, a gentle duration. But it no longer moves forward. It simply exists, all at once, in every direction. Your muscles have released their final holdings. They lie along your bones without tension. They do not prepare. They do not anticipate. They exist in the shape they exist in, asking nothing, offering nothing. The warmth continues without source. It is simply here, in the sand, in your body, in the air between. It has no beginning point. It has no ending point. It is the temperature of this place, this moment. Your breath moves through you like tide moves through water, gentle, inevitable, without choice, in and out, in and out. Each cycle softer than the last, each cycle requiring less. The stars remain, the darkness remains, the sand remains. Everything that is here has always been here, will always be here, in the long night that holds all things equally. Your breath passes through you like something that has forgotten what breath is. In, then out. But the in and the out have become nearly the same. The air enters and the air leaves, but the difference between entering and leaving has dissolved. There is only air moving gently through the space you occupy. The sand beneath your hips has taken on the exact shape of your hips. Every curve matched, every angle cradled. The sand remembers the weight it holds. It has arranged itself grain by grain to accommodate you. It asks nothing in return. The stars overhead burn in silence that has lasted for ages. That silence reaches across the vast distance between their burning and your resting. It arrives here, unchanged, pure silence, complete silence. The kind of silence that existed before there was sound. Your heartbeat has become so faint, it is almost a suggestion. One beat, then a long space of nothing, then another beat. Each beat arrives like an echo of the beat before, softer, more distant, as if the heart is learning to rest. The darkness has weight here, not heavy weight, not pressing weight, but presence. The darkness fills the space around you with its soft presence. It occupies the air, it occupies the sand, it occupies you. Your hands rest open on the sand beside you, the palms face upward, the fingers are still. Each hand has become part of the surface it rests on. There is no longer hand and sand. There is only surface, continuous and unbroken. The warmth beneath you has existed since before you arrived. It has been in the sand, waiting. Not waiting for you, simply waiting, existing in its patient way. When you lay down, the warmth was already here. When you leave, the warmth will remain. Time has stopped moving through you. It moves around you now. Or perhaps it does not move at all. Perhaps it simply exists, spread across the desert like the sand itself, covering everything, touching nothing. Your ribs barely move anymore. The expansion is so slight. The contraction is so slight, just enough to let air in, just enough to let air out. The body knows how little it needs. The body takes only that. The sand extends beyond the edge of sight. beyond the edge of thought. It continues into darkness. It continues through darkness. It becomes darkness. Or perhaps it has always been darkness, and you are simply resting in the middle of endless darkness that pretends to be sand. Your spine has forgotten it is made of separate bones. It is one long line now, one continuous curve from skull to tailbone, supported completely by sand that shaped itself to hold each part. Nothing separate, nothing distinct. The air around you has no quality, not warm, not cool, not moving, not still. It simply is, surrounding you, touching you, being present in the same space you are present, asking nothing. Your thoughts have become spaces between thoughts, long empty stretches, soft, dark, without content. And when thoughts arrive, they arrive so faintly, they are hardly thoughts at all. More like the memory of thoughts, the shadow of thoughts. The stars do not move in their ancient positions. They have been there since you first looked up. They have been there since before you looked up. They will be there long after you stop looking up. Their positions are absolute, fixed in darkness, unmoving. Your jaw has released completely. It hangs without effort. Your mouth is open slightly. Your tongue rests against your teeth. Everything in your face has softened into its most gentle configuration. The warmth is no longer something you sense. It is something you are. You have become the same temperature as the sand beneath you, the same temperature as the air around you. There is no your warmth and their warmth. There is only warmth, shared. Your weight has merged with the weight of the earth. You press down. The earth presses up. The two pressures meet and cancel each other. What remains is not weight, but resting. Pure resting. Without effort, without end. The night has been here for hours beyond counting. It has filled the desert. It has filled the sky. It has filled the space between sand and stars. It fills you now. You are part of what the night holds. Your breath moves through you with less purpose each time. In, then out. The body draws air because the body has always drawn air. But the need grows smaller. The urgency grows smaller. Soon, the breath will be so small, it will be almost nothing. The sand beneath your shoulders remembers your shape. It has conformed to you. It has accepted you. The grains have shifted and settled and found their arrangement. They hold this arrangement without effort. They will hold it until something comes to disturb them. The darkness above you is the darkness of the universe itself, the darkness that exists between galaxies, between stars, in the vast emptiness where light has never reached. That darkness is here, pressing gently against your closed eyelids. Your body is no longer something you can locate with certainty. You know it exists. You know it rests on sand. But where exactly? This has become unclear. The boundaries have softened so much that you are more like a presence than a body, more like a warmth than a shape. The stars burn with light that left them before you were born. That ancient light crosses space. It arrives here. It touches the desert. It touches you. The stars do not know this has happened. The light does not know where it has arrived. Your pulse continues in its distant way. One beat, then silence. Then another beat. The silence between beats grows longer. The beats grow quieter. Everything essential still happens, but so softly now, so gently. The sand stretches away from you in waves, too gradual to see, rises and falls that extend for miles, curves that take hours to walk. All of it the same color, all of it the same texture, all of it resting under the same stars. Your eyelids have taken on the weight of the night itself. They rest over your eyes with complete stillness. They do not flutter. They do not lift. They have settled into their position. They remain there, soft and heavy and unmoving. The air moves through you without your participation. Your body breathes itself. You are not breathing. You are simply the place where breathing happens. The air knows the way in. The air knows the way out. Time is no longer something that passes. It is something that surrounds you, that holds you, that exists in the same space you exist. Time without duration, time without direction, just time, present and constant. Your shoulders have sunk so deeply into the sand, or the sand has risen around them. There is no difference anymore. You are held by sand. Sand is held by you. The relationship has become mutual, equal, without hierarchy. The warmth spreads through you like water spreads through water, everywhere at once, constant, unmoving. It fills every space inside you, every cell, every gap between cells. You are the same temperature all the way through. Your breath is almost imperceptible now, a slight movement of air, so slight. In, then out, then a long pause, then in again. The pauses between breaths last longer than the breaths themselves. The stars remain in their positions. The sand remains in its place. The darkness remains everywhere. Everything continues as it has been continuing, soft and patient and without effort, held in the long night that asks nothing and gives everything. Your body rests in the sand like sand rests in the earth, without distinction, without separation, just resting, the way everything here rests, the way the night rests over the desert, the way the stars rest in their distant places. The air passes through you so gently now, each breath smaller than the last, each breath quieter than the last. The body takes in less and less. Soon it will take in almost nothing, and that will be enough. The sand beneath you has stopped being separate from you. You are part of it now, or it is part of you. The distinction has dissolved. There is only the place where you both exist, together in the same space, sharing the same warmth. The stars overhead hold their light steady. They have been holding it steady for longer than you can imagine, for longer than anyone can imagine. The light reaches across emptiness. It arrives here. It touches everything without changing anything. Your heartbeat has become a distant rhythm. One soft pulse, then emptiness, then another pulse. The emptiness lasts so long now, so long. The pulse arrives almost as a surprise, then dissolves back into emptiness. The darkness fills every space between things, between grains of sand, between stars, between your thoughts, between your breaths. The darkness is patient. It waits in all these spaces. It has always waited there. Your hands have released their shape. They rest on sand. They exist in whatever shape they exist in, but the shape no longer matters. The hands have forgotten they are hands. They are simply weight spread across surface. The warmth has been constant for so long that constant has no meaning. There is only the temperature of everything, the sand, the air, your body, all the same, all unchanging, all held in the same thermal presence. Time has become texture without duration. It exists. You can sense it exists, but it does not pass. It does not accumulate. It is simply there, like the sand, like the stars, present in every direction without movement. Your breath moves through you without you. The body breathes. You do not breathe. The distinction between you and your body has softened. Perhaps you are your body. Perhaps you are not. It has become impossible to tell. The sand extends into darkness that never ends. Miles and miles of it, all the same, all resting, all holding the same warmth from the sun that set hours ago, or days ago, or years ago. Time has become uncertain here. Your spine is no longer something you can feel as separate parts. It is one line, one curve, held by sand that shaped itself perfectly, supported without effort, existing without weight. The air has the same quality as your skin, neither inside nor outside, neither warm nor cool. It touches you without touching. It surrounds you without surrounding. It simply is, in the same space you are. Your thoughts arrive like whispers from far away, faint, unclear. They pass through you without leaving trace. They dissolve before they can form. The space between thoughts has become wider than the thoughts themselves. The stars do not change. They burn where they burn. They have always burned there. They will always burn there. Their burning has nothing to do with you, nothing to do with the desert, nothing to do with this night. Your shoulders have merged with the sand beneath them. There is no longer shoulders resting on sand. There is only surface, continuous, unbroken. Everything has become part of the same gentle surface. The warmth moves through you without moving. It is everywhere, in your feet, your legs, your chest, in your arms, your neck, your head. It does not flow, it does not spread, it simply exists all at once, in all places. Your weight has become part of the earth's weight, pressing down into the sand pressing down into the earth beneath it, the earth pressing down into itself. All of it held by gravity that asks nothing and takes nothing. The night surrounds you without boundaries. There is no edge to it, no beginning, no end. It extends in every direction. It has been extending since before you arrived. It will extend after you leave. Your breath is almost nothing now. A whisper of air, in, then out, then a long, long pause, then in again. The pauses grow longer, the breaths grow smaller, everything slowing toward stillness. The sand beneath your back holds the memory of your warmth. It has absorbed the heat from your body. It will keep that heat for a while, until the night cools further, until the heat dissipates into air, until there is nothing left to remember. The darkness above is complete and patient. It does not wait for light. It does not fear light. It simply exists in this moment of darkness stretched across the sky, holding the stars, asking nothing. Your body has forgotten what it is. It exists as weight, as warmth, as presence, but not as body. The concept of body has dissolved into something simpler, something more basic. The stars burn in their ancient silence. All that energy released, all that light sent out, and yet no sound, only silence. The vast silence of space, the silence that has always been. Your heartbeat has become nearly imperceptible. One pulse, then vast emptiness, then another pulse. The emptiness is so long now, so complete. The pulse arrives like a memory of pulse, then disappears. The sand stretches beyond comprehension, further than thought can reach, further than imagination can follow. It extends past the horizon you cannot see. It continues into darkness. It becomes darkness. Your eyelids rest with total stillness. They have settled over your eyes. They have taken on complete weight. They do not move. They will not move. They simply rest the way everything here rests. The air passes through you like water passes through water, without resistance, without effort. The air is part of you. You are part of the air. The boundary has dissolved. There is only air moving gently through space you occupy. Time has spread so thin it is barely there. You can sense it still, just barely. A presence, a texture. but it no longer has the quality of time. It has become something else, something without name. Your shoulders exist in the sand without existing. They are there. You know they are there, but you cannot feel them as separate things. They have merged with everything else, with the sand, with the warmth, with the night. The warmth is everywhere and nowhere. It has no source. It has no destination. It simply is. Part of the air, part of the sand, part of your body, all the same warmth, all constant. Your breath happens at the edge of happening, so small now, so quiet. The body takes in barely anything, releases barely anything. The exchange is almost nothing, and yet it continues. The stars remain where they have always been, fixed in darkness, burning in silence, sending light across space that takes years to cross. That light arrives here, touches the sand, touches you, then continues past. Your body is no longer distinct from its surroundings. You rest in sand, you rest in air, you rest in darkness. You have become part of the resting, part of the soft, continuous presence that fills the desert. The night holds everything equally, the sand, the stars, the air. You, all of it held in the same darkness, all of it resting in the same silence, all of it patient and still and without effort. Your heartbeat continues in its distant place. One beat, then space, then another beat. The space grows, the beats soften, everything moving toward quietness, toward stillness, toward rest. The sand remains, the stars remain, the warmth remains. Everything here, everything now, held in the long night that continues without beginning or end. Your breath passes through you like something that has always passed through you, in, then out. But the in has become almost the same as the out. The air moves so gently, so slowly. The body knows what it needs. The body takes only that. The sand beneath you has accepted you completely. Every part of you, every curve, every weight, every warmth. The sand has shaped itself to hold you. It holds you now without effort, without thought. The stars overhead are fixed in positions they have held for ages. They burn where they burn. They send light across the emptiness. That light has been traveling toward you since before you existed. It arrives now. It touches your closed eyelids without weight. Your heartbeat has become a rhythm that barely exists. One pulse, then long silence, then another pulse. The silence between pulses is so vast now, so complete. The pulse arrives as if from very far away. The darkness surrounds you like darkness surrounds everything. It fills the spaces between stars. It fills the spaces between grains of sand. It fills the spaces inside you. There is no place darkness does not reach. Your hands rest beside you without purpose. They have released their shape. They have released their function. They are simply there, part of the surface, part of the resting, part of the continuous presence of the desert. The warmth beneath you has become the warmth of everything, not moving, not changing, simply present. In the sand, in your body, in the air between, all sharing the same temperature, all constant. Time has stopped being something you can measure. It exists, but not as duration, not as passage. It exists as presence, as the quality of the moment that has no edges, no beginning, no end. Your ribs move so slightly now, a small expansion, a small contraction. The movement is almost imperceptible, just enough to let air in, just enough to let air out. Nothing more. The sand extends in all directions without variation, to your left, to your right, behind you, ahead of you, all of it the same. All of it resting under the same stars, all of it holding the same warmth. Your spine rests in perfect alignment with the earth, each vertebra supported, each curve held. The sand beneath has shaped itself to match you exactly. Nothing asks anything. Nothing gives anything. Everything simply is. The air moves through you without your knowing. Your body breathes itself. The lungs expand. The lungs contract. You are not doing this. It is simply happening in the space you occupy. Your thoughts have become spaces without content. Long, soft spaces, empty and gentle. When thoughts arrive, they arrive so faintly, so briefly. They dissolve before they can become something you hold. The stars do not know you are watching them. They do not know you exist. They burn in their distant places, sending light in all directions. Some of that light reaches here. Most of it continues into darkness forever. Your jaw hangs open with complete release. The muscles have forgotten what holding feels like. Your mouth is slightly parted. The air moves in and out through the opening without sound, without effort. The warmth is ancient and patient and complete. It has been in the sand since the sun touched it. It has radiated into you, through you, around you. Now it simply exists, shared between sand and body and air. Your weight has been here so long that the sand has memorized it. The depression you have made, the shape of you pressed into surface, the sand will hold this memory for a time, until wind comes, until rain comes, until time erases it. The night has filled everything, the desert, the sky, the spaces between. The night has filled you. You are part of what the night holds, part of the vast, dark presence that surrounds all things. Your breath is barely a movement now. Air comes in, almost imperceptibly. Air goes out, almost imperceptibly. Then a long pause. Then the cycle repeats, slower each time, gentler each time. The sand beneath your hips has taken on your shape perfectly. It has conformed to every curve. It has accepted every angle. The grains have shifted and settled. They hold this configuration without strain. The darkness above you is deeper than any darkness you have known. It is the darkness of space itself, the darkness between galaxies, the darkness that exists where there has never been light. That darkness is here. Your body has become difficult to sense as a separate thing. You know it exists. You know it rests on sand, but the boundaries have softened so much. You are more like a presence now, a warmth, a weight. The stars burn without purpose. They do not burn for you. They do not burn for anything. They simply burn because burning is what they do. They have burned for millions of years. They will burn for millions more. Your pulse continues in its faint way. One beat, then emptiness, then another beat. The emptiness lasts so long. The beat arrives so softly. Everything moving toward silence, toward stillness. The sand stretches away into darkness you cannot measure. It continues past where you can see, past where you can imagine. Perhaps it continues forever. Perhaps there is only sand extending in all directions without end. Your eyelids have settled with complete weight. They rest over your eyes. They do not move. They do not need to move. They have found their position. They remain there, soft and still. The air and your body share the same temperature. There is no difference. The air enters you and nothing changes. It leaves you and nothing changes. The exchange happens at the threshold where temperature means nothing. Time has become something you can barely sense. It is there, just barely. A soft presence, a gentle texture. But it no longer moves. It no longer accumulates. It simply exists in the same space you exist. Your shoulders have merged with the sand. There is no longer shoulders and sand. There is only surface, continuous. The sand has risen around them, or they have sunk into the sand. The distinction has disappeared. The warmth spreads through you like warmth spreads through anything, evenly, completely, without preference. Every part of you the same temperature, every part of you holding the same gentle heat. Your breath happens at the very edge of happening, so small, so quiet, just a whisper of air, in, then out, then a long, long pause, then in again, the body taking only what it needs. The stars remain in their ancient positions. They have not moved. They will not move. They exist where they have always existed, fixed in the darkness, burning in the silence, sending light across the void. Your body rests in the sand without effort, without weight, without purpose, just resting the way the sand rests, the way the night rests, the way everything here rests. The night holds you without holding. It surrounds you, it touches you, but it does not grasp, it does not contain, it simply is, present in the same space you're present. Your heartbeat has become nearly nothing, one faint pulse, then vast silence, then another faint pulse. The silence is so complete, the pulse so distant, everything moving toward rest. The sand remains beneath you, the stars remain above you, the darkness remains around you. Everything continues in the way it has been continuing, patient and soft, held in the night that has no edges. Your breath moves through you like the memory of breath, so faint now, so gentle. The air comes in because the body draws it in. The air goes out because the body releases it. But the amounts are almost nothing, barely anything at all. The sand beneath you has stopped being something separate. It is part of you now, or you are part of it. The warmth you share, the space you occupy, all of it has merged into one presence, one soft, continuous resting. The stars overhead hold their ancient light. They burn in silence that has lasted since before time had meaning. That silence reaches here unchanged, pure, complete, the kind of silence that exists between all things. Your heartbeat has become a suggestion of heartbeat, one faint pulse, then emptiness that lasts and lasts, then another faint pulse. The pulse arrives like an echo from very far away, then dissolves back into silence. The darkness is complete here. It fills every space, between stars, between grains of sand, between your thoughts. The darkness is patient. It has always been patient. It will always be patient. Your hands rest open beside you. They have forgotten their shape. They have forgotten their purpose. They exist as weight on sand, as warmth in air, as part of the soft, continuous surface. The warmth has been constant so long that constant has lost meaning. There is only the temperature of everything, sand and body and air, all the same, all unchanging, all held in the same gentle presence. Time is no longer something that moves through you. It surrounds you. It exists in the same space you exist. But it does not pass. It does not accumulate. It is simply there, like the sand, like the stars. Your ribs barely move at all now, a tiny expansion, a tiny contraction, just enough for air to enter, just enough for air to leave. The body has learned to need almost nothing. The sand extends into darkness without boundary, miles of it, more than miles. It continues past where thought can follow, past where imagination can reach. All of it the same, all of it resting. Your spine is no longer something you can feel. It exists. You know it exists, but you cannot sense it as separate bones. It has become one line, one curve, held by sand, supported by earth. The air passes through you like air passes through empty space, without resistance, without effort. There is no you in air. There is only air moving gently through the space where you rest. Your thoughts arrive rarely now, long spaces between them, soft, empty spaces. And when thoughts come, they come so faintly, they dissolve before they can form, before they can mean anything. The stars do not change their positions. They burn where they have always burned. They send light across emptiness. The light travels for years, for centuries. It arrives here, touches the sand, continues past. Your shoulders have sunk into the sand completely, or the sand has risen around them completely. There is no difference anymore. There is only surface, continuous and unbroken. The warmth moves through you without moving. It is present everywhere at once. In your feet, your legs, your chest, in your arms, your neck, your head, not flowing, not spreading, simply present. Your weight has become part of the earth's weight, pressing down, down through sand, down through earth, down into the center of everything. All weight connected, all weight held. The night surrounds you without edges. It extends in every direction, overhead to all sides. It has no beginning. It has no end. It is simply here, vast and dark and patient. Your breath is almost imperceptible now, a whisper of air, in, then out. Then a long pause that stretches and stretches, then in again. Each breath smaller than the last, each pause longer than the last. The sand beneath your back holds your warmth. It has absorbed the heat from your body. It will keep that heat for a time, until the night grows colder, until the heat dissipates into darkness, until there is nothing left. The darkness above you is the darkness of the universe, the darkness that exists between all things, that fills all spaces, that has always been and will always be. That darkness is here, pressing softly against your closed eyes. Your body has forgotten it is a body. It exists as presence, as warmth, as weight, but not as separate parts, not as distinct thing. The concept has dissolved into something simpler. The stars burn in their eternal silence. All that energy, all that light, released into the void, and yet no sound, only silence, the vast, patient silence of space. Your heartbeat has become nearly impossible to sense. One pulse, then emptiness that seems to last forever, then another pulse. The emptiness is so complete, the pulse so faint, everything moving toward stillness. The sand stretches beyond all measure, further than you can comprehend, further than anyone can comprehend. It extends past the horizon, past the curve of the earth, perhaps past the edge of everything. Your eyelids rest with absolute stillness. They have settled. They have taken on complete weight. They cover your eyes with soft presence. They do not move. They will not move. The air moves through you without your participation. Your body breathes itself. You are not breathing. You are simply the place where breathing happens, where air enters and leaves, without effort, without thought. Time has become almost imperceptible. You can barely sense it. It is there, somewhere, a texture, a presence, but it no longer has the quality of time. It has become something else, something without edges. Your shoulders exist without existing. They are there, in the sand, part of the surface, but you cannot feel them as separate things. They have merged with everything, with the warmth, with the darkness, with the night. The warmth is constant and complete. It has no source. It has no destination. It simply is. present in sand and body and air, all the same temperature, all unchanging. Your breath happens at the very edge of not happening. So small, so quiet. The body takes in barely anything, releases barely anything. The exchange is almost nothing, and yet it continues, barely, gently. The stars remain where they have always been, fixed in darkness, burning in silence, sending light across distances that cannot be imagined. That light arrives here, touches everything, changes nothing. Your body is no longer separate from the desert. You rest in sand, you rest in air, you rest in darkness. You have become part of the resting, part of the soft, continuous presence. The night holds everything equally, sand and stars, air and silence. You, all of it held in the same darkness, all of it resting in the same stillness, all of it patient and gentle. Your heartbeat continues in its distant way. One beat, space, another beat. The space grows longer, the beat grows softer. Everything moving toward quiet, toward rest, toward the stillness that holds all things. The sand remains beneath you, the stars remain above you, the warmth remains through you. Everything here, everything now, continuing in the long night that surrounds all things, that holds all things, that asks nothing of anything. Your breath passes through you like the faintest wind, in, then out. But the movement is almost nothing now, almost imperceptible. The air enters and the air leaves, but the amounts are so small, so gentle. The body knows what it needs. The sand beneath you has become indistinguishable from you. You rest in it. It rests in you. The warmth is shared. The space is shared. There is no longer you and sand, only presence, only resting. The stars overhead are fixed in their eternal positions. They burn where they have always burned. They send light across the emptiness between. That light has traveled for lifetimes. It arrives here now, touches the sand, touches you, then continues into darkness. Your heartbeat has become almost nothing. One faint pulse, then silence that lasts so long, so completely. Then another faint pulse. The rhythm continues, but barely at all. The darkness fills every space around you. It fills the air. It fills the sand. It fills the distances between stars. It fills you. There is no place darkness does not exist, no place it does not reach. Your hands rest beside you without form. They have released everything. They exist as weight, as warmth, as part of the surface they rest on. Nothing more, nothing else. The warmth beneath you has existed for hours, or days, or years. Time has become uncertain. The warmth has been constant so long that it no longer feels like warmth. It simply is, present, unchanging. Time is spread so thin it is barely there. You can sense it, just barely. A texture without substance, a presence without form. It exists in the same space you exist, but it no longer moves. It no longer passes. Your ribs barely move at all. A tiny expansion, a tiny contraction, so small, so gentle, just enough to let air in, just enough to let air out. The body has learned to need almost nothing. The sand extends in all directions without change, miles of it, more than miles, continuing past where thought can follow, past where awareness can reach. All of it the same, all of it still. Your spine rests in perfect alignment, each vertebra supported by sand that shaped itself exactly, each curve held without effort. The sand asks nothing, your spine gives nothing. Both simply exist together. The air moves through you without your knowing. Your body breathes itself. The lungs expand and contract on their own. You are not doing this. It is simply happening in the space you occupy. Your thoughts have become nearly absent. Long, empty spaces, soft and dark. When thoughts arrive, they arrive so faintly. They dissolve before they can form into anything, before they can mean anything. The stars do not know you are here. They burn in their distant places. They send light in all directions. Some of that light reaches here. Most continues forever into darkness. The stars do not know. They do not need to know. Your shoulders have merged completely with the sand. There is no boundary anymore, no separation, only surface, continuous and unbroken. You are part of the sand. The sand is part of you. The warmth is present everywhere at once. In your feet, your legs, your body, in the sand beneath you, in the air around you. All the same temperature, all constant, all shared. Your weight has become part of everything. You press down into sand. Sand presses down into earth. Earth presses down into itself. All weight connected. All weight held by the same gravity. The night surrounds you completely. It extends overhead. It extends to all sides. It has no edges, no boundaries. It is simply here, vast and dark and patient, holding everything. Your breath is barely a movement now. Air comes in barely. Air goes out barely. Then a long pause, so long. Then the cycle repeats. Slower each time, gentler each time. Everything moving toward stillness. The sand beneath your back holds your shape. It remembers the weight it holds. It has conformed to you. It will keep this shape for a time, until wind comes, until rain comes, until time erases it. The darkness above you is absolute. It is the darkness of space, the darkness between galaxies, the darkness that has always been. That darkness presses softly against your closed eyelids. Your body has stopped being a separate thing. It exists as presence, as warmth, as weight resting on sand, but not as body. The concept has dissolved. The boundaries have disappeared. The stars burn without purpose. They do not burn for anything. They simply burn because burning is what they do. They have burned for ages. They will burn for ages more. In silence, in darkness, your heartbeat has become nearly impossible to find. One pulse, then emptiness. So much emptiness. Then another pulse. The pulse arrives from very far away, then disappears back into silence. The sand stretches beyond comprehension, further than you can imagine, further than anyone can imagine. It continues past the edge of sight, past the edge of thought, perhaps forever. Your eyelids rest with complete weight. They have settled over your eyes. They do not move. They do not need to move. They simply rest the way everything here rests. The air and your body share the same temperature. There is no difference. The air enters you. Nothing changes. It leaves you. Nothing changes. The exchange happens where temperature means nothing. Time is barely something you can sense. It is there, somewhere. A soft texture, a gentle presence. But it no longer moves. It no longer accumulates. It simply is. Your shoulders exist in the sand without distinction. No longer shoulders and sand. Only surface. The sand has risen around them. Or they have sunk into the sand. The difference has disappeared. The warmth is constant through everything. It spreads evenly, completely. Every part of you the same temperature. Every part of the sand the same temperature. All shared, all unchanging. Your breath happens at the very edge of happening. So small, so quiet. Just the faintest movement of air. In, then out. Then a long, long pause. Then in again. The body taking only what it absolutely needs. The stars remain in their ancient places. They have not moved. They will not move. They exist where they have always existed, burning in silence, sending light across the void. Your body rests without effort, without weight, without purpose, just resting the way sand rests, the way stars rest, the way the night rests. The night holds you without holding. It surrounds you. It is present with you. But it does not grasp. It does not contain. It simply is in the same space you are. Your heartbeat has become the faintest rhythm, one pulse. Then silence that lasts and lasts. Then another pulse. Everything so soft, so distant. Moving toward rest. The sand remains. The stars remain. The darkness remains. Everything continuing in its patient way, held in the night that has no beginning, that has no end, that simply is. Your breath moves through you like the softest whisper, in, then out. But the movement is almost imperceptible now. The air enters so gently, leaves so gently. The body knows what it needs. The body takes only that, nothing more. The sand beneath you has become the same as you. You rest in it. It rests in you. The warmth is shared completely. The space is shared completely. There is no separation anymore. Only presence. Only the soft continuity of resting. The stars overhead hold their positions. They burn where they have always burned. They send light across distances that cannot be measured. That light has been traveling since before you existed. It arrives here, touches everything, changes nothing. Your heartbeat has become barely perceptible. One faint pulse. Then silence that seems endless. Then another faint pulse. The rhythm continues somewhere deep inside, but so softly now, so distantly. The darkness is everywhere. It fills the spaces between stars, between grains of sand, between your breaths, between your thoughts. The darkness is patient and complete. It has always been here. Your hands rest beside you without definition. They have released their shape, their purpose. They exist as weight on sand, as warmth in air, as part of the continuous surface. Nothing more. The warmth has been constant beyond memory. It has been here so long that it no longer feels like something that arrived. It simply is. The temperature of everything, sand and body and air, all the same, all unchanging. Time is barely something you can sense anymore. It exists somewhere, a texture, a presence. But it no longer moves. It no longer passes. It simply is, spread across the night, like the sand itself. Your ribs move so slightly, a tiny expansion, a tiny contraction, just enough for the smallest amount of air to enter, to leave. The body has learned to need almost nothing. The sand extends forever in all directions, miles beyond miles, continuing past where thought can reach, past where awareness can follow, all of it the same. All of it resting under the same stars. Your spine exists in perfect alignment, each bone supported by sand that shaped itself exactly, each curve held without effort. The sand remembers your shape. It will hold this memory for a time. The air passes through you, without you. Your body breathes itself. The lungs expand and contract on their own. You're not doing this. It simply happens. It has always happened. Your thoughts have become absence, long, soft spaces where thoughts used to be, empty and gentle. When something arrives, it arrives so faintly. It dissolves before it can form, before it can mean anything. The stars burn in their eternal places. They do not burn for you. They do not burn for anything. They simply burn. They have burned for millions of years. They will burn for millions more. In silence, your shoulders have merged with the sand completely. There is no boundary, no separation, only continuous surface. You are part of the sand. The sand is part of you. The distinction has disappeared. The warmth is present in everything, in your feet, your legs, your chest, in the sand beneath, in the air around, all sharing the same temperature, all constant, all unchanging. Your weight has become part of the earth. You press down, down through sand, down through earth, down into the center of everything, all weight connected by gravity that asks nothing. The night surrounds you without edges. It extends in every direction, overhead, to all sides. It has no beginning, no end. It is simply here, vast and dark and patient. Your breath is almost nothing now. Air comes in, barely. Air goes out, barely. Then a long pause, so long. Then the cycle repeats, each breath smaller, each pause longer. Everything moving towards stillness. The sand beneath your back holds you. It remembers your weight, your shape, your warmth. It has conformed to you completely. It will keep this shape until something comes to disturb it. The darkness above is complete. It is the darkness of space itself, the darkness that exists where there is nothing, where there has never been anything. That darkness is here, pressing softly against your closed eyes. Your body has stopped being distinct. It exists as presence, as warmth, as weight, but not as separate thing. The boundaries have dissolved. You're part of everything. Everything is part of you. The stars burn without knowing. They send light in all directions. Some reaches here. Most continues into darkness forever. The stars do not know where their light goes. They do not need to know. Your heartbeat has become nearly absent. One pulse, then emptiness. So much emptiness. Then another pulse. The pulse arrives like an echo from impossibly far away, then dissolves. The sand stretches beyond all comprehension, further than you can imagine, further than thought can follow. It continues past the horizon, past the edge of everything. Perhaps it continues forever. Your eyelids rest with absolute stillness. They have settled. They have taken on complete weight. They cover your eyes with soft presence. They do not move. They will not move. They simply rest. The air moves through you without your participation. Your body breathes itself. You are not breathing. You are the place where breathing happens, where air enters and leaves, without effort, without thought. Time has become imperceptible. It is there, barely. A texture you can almost sense. But it no longer moves. It no longer accumulates. It simply exists in the same space you exist. Your shoulders exist without existing. They are there, somewhere, in the sand, part of the surface, but you cannot feel them. They have merged with everything, with the warmth, with the darkness, with the night. The warmth is everywhere and constant. It has no source, no destination. It simply is, present in sand and body and air, all the same temperature, all unchanging, all patient. Your breath happens at the very edge of not happening, so small, so quiet. The body takes in barely anything, releases barely anything. The exchange is almost nothing. And yet it continues, barely, gently, just enough. The stars remain where they have always been, fixed in darkness, burning in silence, sending light across distances that take years to cross. That light arrives here, touches the sand, touches you, then continues past. Your body is no longer separate. You rest in sand, you rest in air, you rest in darkness. You have become part of the resting, part of the continuous presence that fills the desert. The night holds everything equally, sand and stars, air and silence. You, all of it held in the same darkness, all of it resting in the same stillness, all of it patient. Your heartbeat continues in its distant way. One beat, space, another beat, The space grows, the beat softens, everything moving toward quiet, toward rest, toward the stillness that holds all things. The sand remains beneath you, the stars remain above you, the warmth remains through you. Everything here, everything now, continuing in the long night that surrounds all things, that holds all things, that remains.